That's what you do. You dig fence holes, you dig ditches. And so I paid zero attention to it. And whether it's related or not, I ended up getting the severe head injury that causes my head to swell up. I had fluid that separated the fatty tissue from my skull, and to this day, my doctors still haven't come up with an explanation of what happened. What they did say was that what happened to me just was not medically possible. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that there are things that have happened here that have shaken me to my core.
When we patrol the perimeter of the place, both on foot and with our vehicles, we are heavily armed. And that's not necessarily because we're looking to hurt anybody. It's more of we don't know what we're dealing with, and it's a dangerous place.
Morning.
Hey, Caleb, how you doing, man?
Between the natural things that are here and then also the unknown.
What could possibly explain so many incredible encounters being reported on a single 512-acre stretch of land? And by multiple groups of people over a span of hundreds of years? Do the many accounts of UFOs point to an extraterrestrial connection? Perhaps further clues can be found by more closely examining the stories of the Skinwalker and its connection to ancient gods. Skinwalker Ranch, Utah. The mid-1990s. The current caretakers of the ranch, the Shermans, are entering their third month on the property when they begin to experience what they believe to be paranormal activity. They give their accounts of the strange events to investigative journalist George Knapp.
So the wife goes grocery shopping. She buys enough food for a couple of weeks. She comes home, takes all the stuff out of the bag, puts it in the cabinets, and goes out of the room, comes back, all the stuff's back in the bags. She takes a shower in the morning, locks the door, has a towel and a hairbrush, gets out of the shower, the door's still locked, but the towel and the hairbrush are gone. The hairbrush is found later in the freezer.
Initially, it was only Mrs. Sherman who witnessed the poltergeist activity on the ranch. But it wasn't long before her husband had his own experiences.
The rancher's out using a post hole digger. Digging this big heavy piece of equipment. He's digging holes to put fencing in. He stops for a second, wipes his brow, looks around, the post hole digger is gone. Finds it 3 weeks later, 75 feet up in a cottonwood tree.
The Sherman's experiences, while bizarre, are not unique.
We're gonna pull some data up here that we took, so let's take a look at this.
Members of the team currently investigating Skinwalker Ranch have reported similar poltergeist-like phenomena on the property.
One of the weird experiences I've had is I was in my bedroom in the command center trying to go to sleep. There was no one else around, and it felt like someone came up and kneed the bed, and it jostles the whole thing. I got up and wandered around to see if something happened. There was nothing really that could have made just a big shake of the bed as if some individual had bumped into it.
I've heard voices on multiple occasions. I've had individuals with me that heard the voices too. The interesting thing is that I have no idea whether it's an actual audible voice or something that's playing out in my head. And there are specific places on the ranch where you walk into it and it's almost as if you're walking into a room of people. You're like asking excuse me as you walk through the space because you feel like you're gonna bump into somebody.